All right, hey everybody, this is Trey Scott, News Sports. I'm here to catch you up on the week. We're back from the Christmas break. It's time to start the games back up. Christmas tournaments are over. Time to get wrestling back started. We got girls basketball, we got boys basketball. We got a lot to talk about, but we're going to cram it in at real quick and real short. And first and foremost, thanks to all of our title sponsors, Bojangles, Infinity Link, 1108 Financials Resources. Great time to hit those girls up for your taxes. We couldn't do none of this without our sponsors, but also let's shout out to all of our sponsors right here on the screen. Give them some love because we couldn't do the show without these guys at all. And like I said, we're just going to catch up on what's going on this week, see what the schedule like. We're going to look at the conference standings for the boys and girls basketball, and we're going to talk about the Northern Nash Kinston High basketball game for a little bit. Again, thanks to all of our sponsors. I'm going to take this off, put down our little sponsors on the bottom the whole time. Again, everybody, I'm Trey Scott. Let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so for this week, let's look at the schedule. Starting Monday, of course, here's our live show. I'm about 15 minutes late, excuse me. But again, shout out to Bojangles, 1108 Financial Resources, not Services, Infinity Link. Tonight, we got Northern Nash versus Kinston High at Kinston High. That's two undefeated teams. We're going to talk about that later. Also, we have Jones Senior versus South Lenore at South Lenore. Tuesday, Bethel Christian out Southside Christian. South Lenore is hosting Heidi Trask. Green Central is hosting Tarboro. Wrestling for Green Central at Farmville on Wednesday, but also basketball. Kinston travels to Southwest Onslow. Green Central travels to JH Rose, a rematch of the Parker's Barbecue Championship. Thursday, we got basketball. Jones Senior is hosting APA. Wrestling again for Green Central as they got Southside in a quad meet at Southside. On Friday, a lot of basketball. Jones Senior at Rosewood, Bethel Christian at New Bern Christian, South Lenore at versus Clinton, and South Lenore at Southwoods hosting Southwest Edgecombe. Sorry about that, guys. Kinston travels to Aiden Griffin for a conference game. Bethel Christian versus New Bern Christian Academy. And on Saturday, can't forget North Lenore Wrestling. That's our schedule for the week. Let's jump back one tad bit. Let's check out the News Sports team standings. These are our team standings. Everybody that's publicly, except for Bethel Christian. We definitely cover Bethel Christian as well. But these are the high school public schools. I want to go ahead and jump into these guys. For the boys in the Eastern Plains, we got Farmville Central. They're 10-0. Kinston's 4-0. Green Central 7-1, Aiden Griffin 8-4, Tarboro 3-3, Bedingfield 4-7. No conference games has been played there yet, but this is going to be one of the most action-packed conferences right here. You got three top-tier teams right there with Farmville, Kinston, and Green Central. Aiden Griffin's good as well, but the Farmville Central, Kinston, Green Central matchups are going to be something to really watch. Both teams play each other twice. In the Three Rivers, North Lenore's holding it down solo with the News Sports teams. Washington's in there. Washington's very good, guys. Washington's very, very, very good. They got a guy named Chase Smith, and he can ball. Southwest Edgecombe's 5-3 or 2-0 in the conference. North Pitt, North Lenore's 3-8, 1-1 in the conference. Eastern Wayne 4-5, West Craven 4-5, North Johnson 4-7. In the East Central Conference, that's where South Lenore's playing at. They're coming in respectable 4-4. Behind Clinton, Heidi Trask, Southwest Onslow's underneath them, East Duplin, and Pender. No conference games have been played yet. Expecting conference games to be played this week. Be on the lookout. And can't forget Jones Senior. They're 4-4 going into their conference play as well. Right behind Northside Pinetown, who's 8-2. Southside's 2-3. East Carteret's 3-5. Pamlico's 1-8. And Lejeune's 0-7. Let's jump to the girls. Shout out to the Kinston High girls for winning the FCA Women's Winter Classic. They really put on the show. Green Central, I'm not sure what place they came in, but they lost some tough games. One against Farmville, one against North Lenore. But going into the conference, no conference games played yet. Kinston 7-0. Green Central 6-2. and some other good teams underneath all those. Aiden Griffin 7-4, Farming Central 6-4, Bentonville 3-7, Tarboro 1-3. In the Three Rivers, North and North have their handful. North Johnson's 11-0, Southwest Escom 6-2. I've seen them play; they're very good. North Pitt 6-4. North and North is going in 1-1 and a 6-6 record. West Craven's 5-2. Eastern Wayne's 1-8. Washington's 0-8. Almost there. Then we'll talk about the Northern Nash Kinston High game tonight. East Central 3A, 4A, no conference games played yet. Clinton's leading the way 10-0. East Duplin, by the way, this is girls. East Duplin 7-2, Heidi Trask 5-6, Southwest Onslow 3-8, Pender 0-6, South and North 0-7. All right, and the last one to finish it up, the Coastal Plains 1A, 2A, no conference games played yet. Northside Pinetown's leading the way 6-1, Pamlico County 8-2, Southside 2-3, East Carteret 3-7, and Jones Senior 1-4, Lejeune 0-6. Let me turn my comments on. Sorry guys, I definitely want y'all to talk to me. Can I put this on the stage? Yes, I can. Is it football season yet? It's coming. We got to get the baseball season. What's up, C? North North got 3 this week. Whatever I just went through might be a mistake on the schedule. I'll double check, but I know they got some tough ones coming up. It's time for conference play. Let's go ahead and jump into the big game tonight. I want to talk about this Northern Nash team, man. Look, this Northern Nash team is very, very good. I'm going to jump to their schedule. They're 11-0. They're a 6A school. Kinston's 4-0. Northern Nash has played some big schools like Eastern Wayne. They took everybody down. Eastern Wayne's a very good team. They beat them 81-54. Fike is a very good team as well. They beat them 70-60. That was the measuring stick where I looked at Fike and Northern Nash, and I said, okay, Northern Nash is good. They were able to beat Fike. I'm going to double check that. Fike is 7-4, but they've played some heavy hitters. But this is what I want to look at. I want to look at the roster, and this is something that is going to be very interesting for this game. 6'2", 6'5", 6'5", 6'8", 7-footer. Kinston High facing a 7-footer tonight. That's pretty cool. Chris Silver either leads the state in blocks or he's second. He's having a 17-block game so far this season. This is going to be a matchup that's going to be very interesting. Kinston does not have this height. Let's be clear. Kinston does not have this height, but Kinston has the guards. And they had the Poopot. They got Poopot's Jamarion Washington. They got Keyshawn Heron. They got Genesis Wiggins. They got the swing with B5, Brendan Chambers. So it's going to be very interesting in how does Kinston win this game. Let's look at the stats as well. I want to dive a little bit more into Northern Nash. They're led by a freshman, 6'5" freshman, James. He's averaging 15 points per game. The Barnes kids average almost 15 points per game. Don't know about this little kid because he's only played 4 games. Don't know if he's active tonight. But, man, they got guys, as you can see, they got people averaging 9 rebounds. The freshman's averaging 9 rebounds. And right here, leading the blocks is Chris Silver with 6.5, almost 7 blocks per game. And he's 7 foot. Like, that's that's huge. This is a great matchup for Kinston. I don't even know if they see this anywhere else during the season or in the playoffs. This is it's quite frightening to see a team this big, but Kinston can run. They got some of the best guards in the state. They got one of the best backcourts in the state with Jamarion Washington and Baby Key. So for Kinston to win this game, there's got to be. I talked to Hoop Farms, and Hoop Farms made a great point. Trey over there said the Kinston to win this game, they got to run and they got to be hitting their shots. And I think he's on the money. They got to run, they got to be hitting their shots. But also another thing is Genesis Wiggins, Baby Key, Poopot, they have to be crashing the boards as well. This team's going to naturally just out-rebound you. So the boxing out, the rebounding, the running, the being efficient, can't turn the ball over. Be it at Kinston High tonight to see this game, Northern Nash versus Kinston High, the undefeated matchup. This is one of the best games in our area, one of the best games for News to cover so far this year. I'll be there giving you updates, giving you highlights, even giving you the post-game report at the end. This is all I got for this week. Once again, thanks to all of our sponsors. especially these guys. Take it off, especially these guys, but most importantly, our title sponsors, the Infinity Link, 1108 Financial Resources, and Bojangles. I'm Trey Scott. I'll see you tonight at Kinston High, and this is News Live with Trey.